Hey you guys, it's KB with Cozy DIY Bar, and I am doing a video today to make our new Woodland Gnome kit. We have never made it before, so we really don't know if it's going to work, so that's why we're doing it on video. And we are going to do it as inspired by this cute boot ornament. So it's a boot ornament, and the concept is, if we do it right, his cute little fat butt will sit right up on top of the boots, and we'll glue it down. And he'll be standing on these cute woodland boots. So what you'll do when you get your kit, you're gonna come in, you'll choose, or you will choose it for you. You'll get the option. You're gonna choose a beard and a hat sock. You'll get your nose. We're also gonna give you a little bit of stain with your nose. So I'm gonna start with that so that has time to dry. And really the only thing you need at home is a glue gun and some scissors. Should be all you need. I reserve the right to change that. With your stain, all you're gonna do is you'll get a sponge. Okay, we had to stop the video, but I'm back. So all I'm doing is sponge and stain on the nose. And you don't need a lot. And it'll look just like that. Okay, and then you're just gonna let that dry. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the inside of the gnome. And in your kit, you're gonna have these plastic pellets, and you're gonna have a white sock. And this white sock that we're putting in this kit is much bigger than the one that you get in our normal DIY kit, okay? Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna open your bag of beads. Be careful, make sure it's just sitting on the table. And I want you to put your hand in the sock, and you're gonna grab the beads. And then I want you to pull the sock all the way over. Don't let go. All the way over. Once you have it like this, you can let go. And then you're gonna go in here and shake out the pellets. And make sure you shake them all the way out. Like when I do this, I like to watch. Just make sure they're all coming out of the bag, because pellets rolling all over your floor is not pleasant. Okay. Now, here's where things are gonna get a little bit different, all right? I'm gonna put this down. So what I'm thinking is we really want it to be like super wide, sitting on it like this, so that you can glue down the edges and you won't see it. So like fat butt is kind of what we're going for right here. But what I want to do is I'm going to put some of the fiberfill that you get right inside on top of the beads, and that's a little different than some of our other videos. So just know that. And I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to push this sock as wide as I can push it with the fiberfill. He's gonna be like a double stuff gnome. He's gonna be big. And you're gonna probably wanna use all of the fiberfill, or you're gonna put half in his butt and half in his hat. So just know that. So see how I'm kind of putting my hand in there and working that fiberfill? Because I want the beads to be around the outside so they'll kind of droop a little bit. All right, and so this should be good right here. All right, so let's see how he looks. I think that's gonna work. And what I'm gonna do is I'll be pulling the outside sock, you'll see in a second, down, and we'll cover that up, because I don't want to see this part of the ornament. While I'm at it, I'm gonna cut this off. We don't need that. Okay. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think I'm gonna be able to get it to cover. It's gonna be cute. All right, on your sock, you're gonna have a rubber band, and I want you to go ahead and put it around the top here, just so you don't have to worry about all that falling out. Okay, leave it fluffy. And then you're gonna put your wire in. This wire is gonna help you be able to form the hat. So what I want you to do is I want you to bend this over, and then you're gonna tuck it right down the center where that rubber band is, all the way down to the bottom, but you may need to put your eyes on it. There we go. Getting the wire through fiberfill is really hard, so just take your time with it. Okay. And then I'm gonna bend the top over because I don't want that to be too pointy. All right, so there you go. He's super chunky. Now, the rubber band will dry over time, so I want you to take your piece of twine, now that you've got your wire in there, and I want you to just tie this on. You won't see it. Tie it super tight and in a knot, okay? Just like that. All right, the next step is you're gonna put his body sock on, and for this kit, you're gonna have a black sock, and it's the same as the other sock. The only thing you're gonna do is turn it inside out first. Oh, well, let me look on the inside. Like, if you want it to be fluffy on the outside, you can put that on the outside. I don't really want to see the toe seam, so I'm gonna let that be ultimately on the inside. So you're just gonna kind of have to, ooh, rough it up. Don't knock yourself out with the wire. With the wire. Okay. And once you have it in there like that, you can, I don't want you to work the sock up, but don't want you to make it so tight that we can't get that fat butt look that we're looking for. Okay. So I'm just kind of, it's not like putting on Spanx, but sort of. There we go. Let's see how we look. Yeah, and just test it, because you should be able to hot glue this down so that it is gonna cover that weird top of the ornament, okay? And in the back, you won't have any beard, so this is literally what it's gonna look like from behind down there, and I think that looks okay, so we're good. All right. Okay, so next steps. The next step is to put on the nose. I have a hot glue gun. You need a hot glue gun. I have to find my nose. And we're gonna kind of figure out, I've chosen a bright red beard. And I wanna figure out, I kind of want his beard to come down like right to the boots. So kind of like that, right? So he's kind of beefy. So I'm gonna put a little hot glue on this, and I'm gonna glue it right to the sock. Now the trick with hot glue and fabric is just to make sure it gets into the fabric a little bit. So you're gonna pinch it really good and let it dry a little bit before you let it go, and then it should be fine. It may droop a little bit, but that will get fixed when you put your beard on. There you go. Again, watch your wire. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna turn this on, I'm gonna turn it back on, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna get some really sharp scissors and show you how to do the beard. Okay, so let's talk about the beards. Sharp scissors are probably better. If you're a crafter and you have fabric scissors, definitely use those. If you ever need to sharpen your scissors, you're welcome to come down here and do that. We have a scissor sharpener.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
All right, so we are gonna talk about your beard. Your beard has two layers. You've got the fur, and then you've got the fabric on the back. Never cut the fur. That's the trick. So I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. And what we're gonna do, this is the bottom, okay? We're gonna make this like a little bit of a V. Now, normally I like mine pretty V-like, but I wanna have a lot of fur on the front of this gnome. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do just a little bit. I have to turn it around for me to do it this way. And all you're gonna do is slide your scissors right up under the fabric. And I want you to start with little snips. And when you're doing it, you should be able to feel the scissors rubbing on the fabric. And it should be pretty obvious to you that you are not cutting the fur. So let me show you. So see how it cuts the fabric, but not the fur. And all you're gonna do is just put a little V. Now, if you're uncomfortable with this part, you could just do a square beard. I think, especially on this one, he might be okay, just with kind of a crazy looking beard. This red one, the fur is really thick. So you just have to, there we go, just have to take your time with it a little bit. And then when you're done, you should be able to just pull that away like that. And if you can see, it looks a little wispy on the ends versus thick. So I'm gonna do this side real quick. Oh, this side's going a little bit better. Just take your time. All right, keep these pieces. I'm gonna show you why. Now, the only other thing I like to do is I like to cut a little half moon shape right in the middle for the nose to tuck into. And so to do that, I'm gonna mark myself a center spot. And then I'm gonna do the same motion, just super gentle. I'm gonna cut down about a ½ inch. And then I'm gonna cut up. And then I'm gonna cut up the other side. Okay. All right, there you go. So just a little half moon. And what you'll notice is you can tuck this right up around that nose, just like that. He's gonna be beefy. All right. So then what you're gonna do, what do you think, Barbara Joy?
He's a fluffy one.
He's gonna be fluffy. I think he's gonna be good.
Yes, I do.
All right, so then you're gonna glue his beard on. I like to start around the nose. And you're just gonna fit it right up under the nose. And again, glue, hot glue and fabric, just make sure it gets in there really good and it'll stay. And then on the sides, I want you to make sure that you're not pulling them down when you put them on. I want you to make sure that they're going straight around his head. And all you're gonna do is a little bit of hot glue there. And you're likely to have fur in your glue gun when you're done. So just know that. And if you don't have a floor like I do, don't drop it on the floor. All right, so I've just got a little bit of glue gun all the way around. And I'm just gonna pull it up so it doesn't go down. And now it goes straight around his body. So cute. All right, so we're coming down to the wire, literally. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna need to stuff his hat a little bit. So you've reserved yourself some fabric, some fluff. I like to put mine in between these socks. I just find, I don't know, I just find it's easier to do. You can put it inside the white sock. I don't think it's gonna matter. Sometimes we've got socks and the inside sock is shorter, so you have to put it on the inside. So I don't think it's gonna matter, but what I want you to do is just fill this up. And notice I'm kind of fluffing it up. and just sticking it in. And what you're gonna try to do is you're creating the gnome hat shape, the triangle cone kind of look as you're doing it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you, I'd like to look, now what I've chosen for mine as a hat is a leg warmer. We have several of these, different colors, different shapes of hats, but I like the leg warmer for this one because it's so big and it will stretch. So I'm just gonna fit this down so I can see what this looks like. And the beauty of a leg warmer is I can keep stuffing. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on, he came right out of the sock there. Be careful with your wire. Yeah, mine made a little hole. Yeesh. Hold on. Let me undo this little debacle. Watch the wire, obviously. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bend it down a little bit more. And then if I need to pull it up, I can. All right, put your hands in there and down. There we go, much safer. Oh my, So I do love the big thick leg warmers that we got because you almost don't even have to fight with them. Like some of the hats we got are kind of really tight. And that's okay, they're really cute, but sometimes you really have to manhandle them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna bring my wire up just a little bit because I want to be able to let it. He's so funny. And I kind of like,
it.
His little slouchy. I mean, I really don't need to change that. I like how slouchy the nose is. And by the way, this fur is going to be all over your house when you're done. Sorry about that.
Yay!
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, if you have animals, you're kind of used to it.
my dogs have tried to eat several gnome beards. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
Dang it, he's cute.
Love, 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 lovey, love, love.
Okay, here's what I'm going to suggest at this point is I'm going to suggest let's fight to get him on the boots correctly. Because at this point we can decorate him and do all that sort of thing, but I think I want to see what he's going to look like on the boots. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just going to see if I can. I got to know where his nose is so he's straight on his boots. And then I think I'm just going to take my time and glue around a little bit at a time. I almost like the idea of pulling his hat all the way down. I think that's kind of cute too. I think it can go all the way. That's kind of funny looking, isn't it? Maybe he needs a butt. I can make that decision in a little bit. So what I'm going to do, hot glue. Let me restock. Oh, not yet. So I'm going to glue gun the daylights out of this right here. And you got to work fast. If you have a hot glue gun, a true hot glue gun, not a low temp gun, you could use that. The glue would stay hot longer, but you risk burning the daylights out of here. So I'm gonna turn this around so that I can see him myself. Definitely has a saggy butt. I gotta hurry up. I think we're right. Oh my gosh. This is hysterical. All right, I'm just gonna let that set. I really need that to be glued because I'm gonna lay him down. I'm gonna pause this for just a second. I'll be back once I trust that that's glued. Okay, so I'm back and he's pretty much attached. Barbara Joy made a point to say, don't break the boots in the process of making the gnome. You don't wanna have to fix what's not broken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in the front under his beard. And I'm gonna put glue right around this part I don't wanna see. And I'm gonna bring this sock down carefully. And just hold it for just a second. This is gonna be a little weird for a minute. And hold that until it's completely dry, because there's gonna be tension on the area that I'm trying to glue down. And I wanna make sure it doesn't come up. That's why we're using hot glue, because it doesn't take too long. Okay, look, yeah. So see how that looks nice and seamed? And then all I'm gonna do is go around the top of these boots like that. So I'm gonna probably speed this part of the video back up, and then we'll slow it back down when I finish. Which means we can talk now. Because I'm gonna take the volume out.
Kind of sort of salvage that.
Just go ahead, cut it. No.
I cut it some more. Yep.
Cut it way, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, this one I salvaged.
You have to see wherever this hair is, you're gonna have to cut it all the way almost up to that to make it. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. There's a risk.
What?
A lean forward risk.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to just get them all positioned correctly. He's got a plumber's butt.
Are you back on?
I mean, we're videoing, but I'm gonna speed up this portion. Ow. Rude.
So you gotta have...
Okay, so now I have gone around, and I just wanted to point out one thing. I kind of grabbed the beads like right here, and in addition to pushing down the sock, I'm kind of pushing the beads down. I kind of joke that it looks, he's got a droopy butt. But that's what we want. We want him to have a little bit of
reality.
Reality. Yeah. Look, these wilderness men, they got to get through the winter. They need some
Extra stuff.
extra fluff. Okay, so now one of the things I'm experiencing is he wants to topple a little bit. So I don't think that he's certainly not going to be a toy to play with. You're going to want to get him positioned correctly. You lean him back so he looks right. And then now to the decorating. So you've got the wire in the hat, you've got fluff in here, and so sometimes you just may have to do a little bit of manipulating. And the good thing, if you do choose to do a leg warmer, you can get down into the nitty gritty here and you can push it down. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get that, now that I've got him on there, I want this top part to be a little bit more taut so he doesn't lean in the wrong direction. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty good. And then kind of just make sure that, again, the beauty of this sock is I get that natural slump in the back or in the front above his nose. And I've created this weird little hump right there. I need to fix that. We're not having that.
Doesn't look weird to me.
It looks a little weird. He needs to, like a gnome has like that curvy back. All right.
A hunchback?
Kind of like there's no back, like there's no neck, kind of. So what I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm pulling, working that fluff so that it's all even like that. It's a little bit right there, but I can squish that out. Now, I can choose to like roll that up if I want, but I think I'm gonna leave it down. I like the look of him like that. And then I can add more fluff if I want the hat tall, but I don't think I want it tall. I think I want it to be droopy. A little bit like that. Cute. Now, you're gonna get a couple of extra things in here. You can, I'll show you one trick that you can do. If you've done my videos, you know. I do think a side bang is hysterical. If you wanted to, right up under this front part, you could give him like a little Justin Bieber side bang. But I think on this one, I'll leave him off. All right. And so I don't even think for him I need to glue his sock because there's no pressure on this, on the leg warmer, I mean. It's all loosey-goosey. There's no worry that it's gonna do anything weird, but I've got this wire in here. I just wanna make sure I don't see that. And then I am gonna tie it off. I'm actually gonna use the twine that was holding, was like the hanger for the ornament. I'm gonna use that to tie off his little, if you're doing a regular sock, not a leg warmer, you don't have the problem that you've got it open on the end, but you do if it's a leg warmer. Okay, and then you're gonna get a couple of pieces of greenery and pine cones. And I'm gonna have to turn them around just a little bit to, you know, properly decorate. And I'm gonna glue it onto his sock. What's happening here? What's happening, hot stuff? All right, so I'm just kind of working with this hat, and I think I'm gonna put it right up here. So just a little glue on there. Little glue on there. Kind of like holly, I guess, but not really. And then you've got 3 pine cones. Do with what you will. I think I'm just gonna put 1. Oh goodness. I think he works. I think he's hysterical. I'm gonna turn this up so the angle's a little bit better. I think he's cute. What do you think, Barb?
Yeah.
You look like a mountain man?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I think he's precious. He's big.
What's his name? Cornelius?
Cornelius something. That's in the videos. Christmas videos.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So just know he's there. Fluff him up. You can give him eyebrows if you so choose.
Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Some people put eyebrows up here. I think that's hysterical. I still think the side bang has a lot of merit. Wait, you got to get it right though, so that the hair is going in the right direction. So I think that's funny. But make him yours. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. And I think, yeah, I think he's working. And by now, obviously, we have this video out, so we made kits. So we're only going to have like 11 of them. So I hope you got one and you're loving it. All right. Stay tuned for the, what are we going to call him? The Mountain Man Wilderness Gnome kit. Thanks, you guys. Bye. I must have said goodbye, but we came up with an idea. So these are the parts that we cut off the beard. We believe that he's going to need a mustache. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I have to get the hair going correctly. What you don't want to do is just stick it right on, because you're going to see the top of that fabric. You got to get up in here. make yourself a little line, part the hair, and, you know, I feel like this would be kind of like adding extensions.
Only you're using hot glue on a gnome on not real hair.
On not real hair. I'm going to put that right in here so that he's got just, I mean, just a little, a little extra right there. How funny are you? And then just kind of have to, yeah, that's pretty good. He needed a little extra. So now I have to figure out how does this side work. So this side's going to go like that. I'm going to part it up. Make sure you guys can see. All right. And then I'm going to put the glue on the piece I'm putting in there. Just make sure you check your angle and placement of the hair. If you do get the red hair, it's in the gray hair, both of them are kind of wild. So you've got a lot of flexibility. Get in there. Okay, I think that's funny. All right, there's your little add-on, little extra for this lovely little gentleman right here. All right, now this is really the end. Have fun with yours. Post them in the gnome group. Can't wait to see yours. Give them a name and a story. Tell me what they do for a living. Bye, everybody.